I'm an Italian studying in Austria who doesn't know German. It's not true, I know it a little bit. Hi guys, let me talk you through my life as a university student abroad. Hi, my name is Miriam and I'm an Italian student who's studying in Austria. Why, you may ask? I'm gonna tell you my story while I'm doing my makeup. I've already put my sunscreen on, so I'm just gonna start with my makeup. It's gonna be a quick one, don't worry. But let's start with my story. So, as I told you guys, right now I study in Austria, in Innsbruck, and I study international economics. But Innsbruck isn't, to be honest, where I've always wanted to go. In fact, my dream was to go study in Vienna, but it didn't really work out, and now I'm gonna tell you why. Well, you have to know, guys, that in Italy, schools are built a little bit different, so high schools are specific for one type of subjects. For example, if you're interested in science, you go to a scientific high school, which focuses mostly on maths, science, or if you're interested in art, you go to the art high school. I went to the language school because, I've always been quite good at, I'd say, languages, and I've always had the passion of languages. So yeah, I just went there, not knowing what I wanted to do with my future. But during the 5th year of high school, I found out that I wanted to study economics. So I looked for some nice universities around Europe. And first of all, I wanted to go to Copenhagen, to the University of Copenhagen. But after thinking about it for a while, I've come to the conclusion that it's a little bit too far away from home and probably wouldn't have been the best choice for me in this moment of my life. So I chose Vienna. But I had to do an entry exam. The exam was about my English knowledge, my economics knowledge, and my maths knowledge. Yes, math. Since I went to a language school, yes, we used to do math, but of course not at a university level or at a scientific high school level. So I was a little bit behind. And my decision to go studying in Vienna was really last minute decision. Little pause, I've applied my DR concealer, which I absolutely love. I bought a shade fairer than my skin tone, and it really brightens up my under eyes, and I love it so much, I swear. And I also have some imperfections on my face and it covers them so well. But back to my point. So I studied for this exam, but I studied so hard, you guys. I didn't know I could study that hard. But so it wasn't enough and I didn't pass it. I scored literally so bad. Only the first 200 people passed, and it was like the 1,400 or something like that. So not good at all. At that point, it was already June, and most of the universities abroad had already closed the admission procedures. But guys, I really didn't want to go to the university in my city, not because it's bad. Actually, for economics, I'd say it's a very, very good university. But I wanted to change. I feel like I needed to start over in a way. But I didn't want to start over in Italy. I really wanted to go abroad. So I made some researches and found out that there was a university in Innsbruck, the University of Innsbruck, that had got the admission procedures still open. But what was the problem? The problem was that it was only taught in German. And you guys, I come from the north part of Italy, and here there is a weird situation. Italian people and German people, of course, German-speaking people, we cohabit in my region. So also in Italian schools, we study German. I've studied German since I was in kindergarten, but still my German wasn't so good. It wasn't good at all. It was acceptable, decent, I'd say. But of course, not university level. I had the B2 level certification, which is enough for university, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been accepted. But still, I didn't feel like I was ready with my German for university. Anyways, I passed the selection. Thanks God, there wasn't any entry exam. And I started studying there. But guys, let me tell you, the first weeks were terrible because I couldn't understand anything. So of the lessons, the lectures, it was all a mess. Slowly, I began to understand more, and I have to say that the most important part was to make German-speaking friends. So right now I have many of them, but at first it hasn't really been so easy to do that because, of course, when you're in a situation in which because everybody there spoke German perfectly, and when you're in the situation in which you're the only one who doesn't, well, that's quite difficult, you know. And normally I'm not a shy person, but in those circumstances I was and I still am quite shy, especially with new people. But I managed to make my friendships. They became so useful to me to actually learn German. Right now I haven't reached like perfection level, but I'd say that it's getting better. Like now I can understand the lectures and everything. Not every lecture, of course, but right now I'm second semester in. I've passed also exams in German because I have to tell you guys, I didn't tell you before, that I actually do international economics. That means that I'd say 3/4 of the courses are taught in German, while the others are actually taught in English, which of course is always gonna be better for me. Most of them, yeah, they are in German. So, you know, guys, I have to adapt. I've made 3 exams in German and they went good. Yeah, they went kind of good. And I also made my math exam, which I was so scared of. You guys, you don't understand. Like me and maths, we are like 2 opposite worlds. Like, I don't know how I managed to pass it. It's still a mystery to me, to be honest. But this semester, I've started to study statistics. And don't get me wrong, it's so interesting. Like, I feel like a hacker when I'm studying it because it's all about using RStudio, which is a program in which you calculate things and you program things. It's difficult. You have to understand like every part of it. And yeah, it's mostly maths, probabilities, and it's taught in German. That's the problem. Yeah. Right now I'm applying mascara. I'm sorry I didn't tell you the product that I use, but later I'm gonna tell you. I love this mascara. It's the Douglas one and it's brown mascara. And I feel like, I don't know, since my skin is pretty fair, black mascara is too much. Like for a casual occasion, it's too dark. That's why I really love brown mascara. Like, guys, look, I mean, I love it. My skin is breaking out so bad at the moment, but yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna make a quick makeup products tour. First of all, I applied my Dior Concealer Skin Correct, which is amazing. And I applied it with my Sephora concealer brush. After that, I applied my Rare Beauty blush in shade Happy. I still use it. I've had it since COVID, I think, or right after COVID. But first, I had, I had my Maybelline Fit Me setting powder. It's so matte. I love it. I love it so much. Then I applied my Essence Lash Gel. This one is really subtle. It doesn't fix your eyebrows that much, but it's perfect if you just don't feel like anything to fix. It's like go to eyebrows brush. And lastly, I use my Douglas Brown mascara in shade brown, which I love. So let's take those things off. And since I wouldn't be me without something on my lips, I'm gonna apply this lip butter. It tastes like pistachio and it's so good. Because yesterday I had bad irritation in my mouth, so I'm just not gonna put anything crazy on it. So good. You guys, I'm all ready and thank you so much for keeping me company. If you have any questions about my story or any questions about starting university, just don't be afraid. Ask me in the comments down here. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye!